Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So this week, Rebels paired Ezra and Zeb up for a very special TIE Fighter field trip. Normally I just point out my favorite references and do a review, but I did spot a few funny subliminal messages, so I'll try to explain that too. Hello any new people, if you're just finding me for the first time, I'm doing weekly Rebels videos, so be sure to subscribe to get everything. I usually add Star Wars Episode 7 news to the stuff whenever it's happening. So starting with top 5 moments. Number 5, Chopper robo-trolls everyone. The R5 droid being an asshole provides the call to action that set the big Ezra-Zeb field trip into motion. It didn't stop there though. Later in the episode, when Kanan and Hera were chilling out playing Dejarik, Chopper really let them have it. Like, he really laid into them. The scene was a nice reference to the R2 versus Chewbacca match in episode 4, with the twist that Chopper did not have to let Kanan win for fear of getting his arms ripped out of their sockets. Then whenever Ezra and Zeb came back at the end, he just doubled down on harassing them. I'm surprised that Zeb didn't prank him with like a restraining bolt or something. Troll me once, shame on you. Troll me twice, shame on me. Number 4, the Wookiee life debt. They don't specify how much time has passed since the last episode, but Ezra's still having fun with Zeb for saving his life. The Wookiee life debt isn't explained really well in the original trilogy. The expanded universe in the comics picked up the slack though. Chewbacca was rescued from an Imperial prison ship by young Han Solo. He'd been ordered to kill him by his Imperial supervisor, but instead freed Chewie and the other Wookiees. It's a lot like what happened in episode 1 of Rebels when they freed all those Wookiees. So the Wookiees have a custom that whenever they owe their life to someone, the debt lasts until they're dead, but I think their children can also choose to honor it under special circumstances. It's nice to see them coming together as a group, but I feel like Zeb is just too easy bait for Ezra, like he's making himself too open. He's not a full version of Chewbacca or anything, but he does fill the role in that crew. Big, scary alien covered in fur. And yes, this is a kid show, but I feel like he would be a little bit more fun if they just let him be scary, and over the course of the series, Ezra was able to win him over. Like if it just took the entire season to win him over. It kind of seems like Zeb is wearing his emotions on his sleeves, or his cuffs or whatever it is he's wearing there. Under normal circumstances, whenever Ezra and Chopper busted in on him sleeping the first time, I would have expected him to just fire a warning shot at them with a small blaster. We learned last week that his entire race was slaughtered, with a few exceptions, so I'm a little surprised that we're not seeing more post-traumatic stress behavior. Number 3, all for love of fruit. They were there for regular supplies, which they lost, but Hera trolls them a little with a mission to nowhere, so she thinks. It wasn't her trying to be mean, but it's funny to think that everything in the episode that happened was a result of everyone just being kind of rotten to each other. Even Sabine kind of made fun of him with the graffiti in her room. In a really subtle way, I feel like it was the show telling us that all these characters have good hearts. They just are really, really selfish. If you didn't catch it during the Dejarik scene too, Hera and Kanan are totally doing it on the down low. They haven't had a lot of scenes together in the last 3 episodes, but there are some trailer clips with them almost kissing, so you can tell they have a relationship that the show's going to explore at some point. Hera and Sabine are 2 characters that we haven't spent a lot of time with, but they will get their own episodes pretty soon. Number 2, Ezra learns to use the Force. It takes him most of the episode to land the trick, but he's able to use some limited Force telekinesis. As of now, he's exhibited future premonitions, a Force push, and now telekinesis. I guess you could also say he's made some small Force jumps. Some of his rooftop acrobatics are a little superhuman, but this is a cartoon, so they don't always obey the laws of physics. We haven't seen him train with Kanan's lightsaber yet. I think that's going to be next. That and getting better at the lesser Jedi powers. They gave Zeb that Obi-Wan Kenobi line, this is not the TIE fighter you're looking for, but after some lightsaber training, I think we're going to see Ezra start to learn how to influence weaker minds. The stormtroopers on the show are pretty dumb, so they're going to be easy targets. I think of all the Jedi powers, the ones that allow you to control others are the hardest to master, so I'll be really interested to see if they just let him do it right away or if he has to work up to it. If they're planning some sort of giant Ezra force-wielding moment for the finale this year, I think it's probably going to end up being a lightsaber battle with the Inquisitor. Like the first time that Luke fought Vader and got his ass handed to him, not to make too many puns. Ezra is learning to use the Force, but he is light years away from being able to take on someone as skilled as the Inquisitor, so if he were able to beat him in a lightsaber match, I'd be a little bit upset. In order for villains to be a threat, they have to seem unbeatable. And my number 1 moment, TIE Fighter joyrides. Totally love them stealing the TIE Fighter, did not love all the flying through the city. I get that Zeb hadn't flown one before, but I feel like they let the moment drag on too long. Like him talking to Ezra flying alongside him through the streets while Ezra ran on the rooftops. That felt a little bit more like a Family Guy gag. Like if Peter were flying a TIE Fighter up and down the aisles of a grocery store. Casual use of TIE Fighter is a funny concept, but I feel like the joke peaked when he was spinning in circles blasting everyone. I think they could have just cut away sooner and used the extra time for a scene where the Imperials punished the farmers for everything that happened. I feel like they didn't follow that thread to the logical conclusion, like them saving the farmers. I feel like the Imperials would have just gone right back after they left and killed them. The episode was pretty clearly trying to do the Uncle Owen, Aunt Beru episode 4 scene with the smoldering ruins. And yes, it is a kid show, like I said, so they're not going to be murdering a whole bunch of people, but don't you feel like the Imperials would just go right back after everyone flew off? Ezra and Zeb didn't destroy their transports, they just blew up one of the gun turrets. The Imperials had more weapons, and they're not the only ones on the planet, like there are other Imperials that can help them out. Part of the theme this week was that, taking the quick and easy way will sometimes leave you worse off, and I feel like we didn't see the consequences of that. They had the supplies, but because Ezra wanted to steal the fruit, they lost everything. And even though they saved the farmer friend, the Empire's still going to take the farm, so they didn't change anything. I know that sounds a little bit pessimistic, but let me know, what was your favorite moment? And let me know if you spotted these really big subliminal messages. I think these are just a little bit funny. So I feel like this is just a little Disney propaganda, but the first and most obvious one was that you should eat more fruit. Ezra almost got them killed because he loves fruit so much, which I think is funny. The stormtrooper even asked him, "You did this all for fruit?" Then the other big one was when Zeb gave him the TIE Fighter helmet. I mean, yeah, it looks really cool, but I feel like that's Disney telling you to buy more Star Wars toys. Ezra collects toys, and toys cost money. A lot of money. Money equals profits. Anytime I see characters lusting after objects like their toys, I feel like it's merchandising for Star Wars toys in real life. Think about it this way. George Lucas made millions of dollars on the movies, but he made billions of dollars on the toys. The toys are where all the money is. Overall, I gave the episode a B-. I mean, it had a good moral through line about sticking to the path and working together as a team. I did feel like they were doing Zeb's character a disservice by making him so quick to open up to a kid. Ezra, that is. He's younger than Luke whenever he boarded the Millennium Falcon in episode 4. Young children who hang out with adults, mostly in cartoons, tend to fall into a couple of categories. They're either like a Bart Simpson character who gets into mischief all the time, like Aladdin. I know everyone is calling Ezra Space Aladdin. Or they're like a Meg Griffin, and they become the butt of everyone's jokes. I don't think that Ezra is Meg, and I do like the direction they're taking his character, but I don't like it as much when they lean really hard on the Bart Simpson stuff. Like for instance, stealing the heads off of stormtroopers and pranking Zeb, who I guess in this analogy would be like Mo the bartender. That's just funny to think about Zeb as Mo. I am really excited to see more of the Inquisitor though, who I think is coming back in episode 4 next week. So since Monday nights are like my Gotham night and I'm usually working on those videos, I'll be posting Star Wars Rebels videos on Tuesdays, so be sure to subscribe to get everything. I know everyone was wondering when I was going to post this, but basically Tuesdays is when that's going to happen. There is a lot going on this week. There's a new Legend of Korra game that I'll be streaming on my game channel, so be sure to check the description for links to that. There's also some really big Game of Thrones news if you guys are big Game of Thrones fans. Right now though, you can click here for my Rebels episode 2 video, and you can click here to catch up on Legend of Korra. Thank you so much for watching. Now let's all high five, and I'll see you for some Korra streaming later.